It's another busy week at the honey farm. We're reinstating an ancient oak hedge and building another nuke yard. Hello, I'm Griffith, welcome to Griffith. Here we do everything beekeeping, farming, countryside living. Now we do reviews as well. Now we have been busy. Concrete has gone in on the shed there, finished the shuttering, and Kenneth and Mel have been here, but I had a bit of a complaint from Mel. In last week's video I said that Kenneth was head of construction and he's been doing all the work inside the shop and in the offices and everything, and Mel was upset because he's the one that helped clad the whole shop. So he wanted me to rectify the video and say that he cladded the shop in the Welsh larch. So he was quite upset. He phoned me up and said,
"Hey Griff, I'm not happy with your last video. I'm really upset. I worked really hard cladding all that shed with the Welsh larch, freezing cold in the winter. It's only right that all the YouTube audience finds out that I did that work." So
there you go, you know Melvin cladded the shed with me in a freezing cold winter about 3 years ago. But anyway, talking about Melvin, he's been busy up here reinstating this oak hedge. Now I'd go as far and say ancient oak hedge. I mean, even though that big tree is an ash, the three down there, that's oak, and then the two there is oak, and then we've got a massive oak tree there. So oak being a big factor on this ground years and years ago. Now when I moved here, obviously we've just built up that bank there literally this week and filled up the gaps there, and the idea is we're now going to double fence this row of trees, and now we've created a hedgerow. We're going to put the gate in the middle and then double fence all the way back to there. Now when I moved here first, the fence was actually here. Now that didn't make sense to me because the natural boundary, you can clearly tell, is where the trees were. So I don't know why this fence was there. But anyway, that fence has totally rotted through. Look at these posts. Look at that. Terrible material. I don't know how these timber manufacturers get away with selling the fence posts that they're selling. When I worked in the council, we were putting fence posts in, lasting like 3 or 4 years. Absolutely crazy. But anyway, that's come to an end, so we've pulled that out. We've got the wire and everything safe here. We've got fence posts, and we're gonna take the opportunity here now and double fence this hedgerow. The gate used to be there, it's now going to be moved there, and double fence that hedgerow back. So really what's going to happen then, we're going to protect these trees so livestock can't rub on them, the tractor can't drive close to them. It's just going to preserve the life for these massive ancient oak trees that we're so fortunate enough to have here. I think that's going to look absolutely great. Now I was thinking, am I going to plant these up? And I'm not going to. Or there. So this line of oak trees, I'm not going to plant up. I'm going to let the oak trees, because there's so much acorns here, I'm going to leave them to natural regenerate by themselves. Now what I am going to plant though, since Mel was here and we had some soil spare, I've had him sort out this new nuke yard for me up the back here. Now I used to keep nukes around the back of those sheds, but they were just too close to the yard, and you know, when I was doing splits, selling nukes, stuff ended up queenless there. You'd eventually end up with some nasty bee problems because stuff was queenless and they were too close to the yard. So we've built another nuke yard, purpose made, with these hedgerows or hedge banks. I am going to plant these up. This is only going to be fenced on one side. because there's no livestock in here. Same that side, fence that side, fence that side, gate in here to stop sheep and cows coming in here, and then this piece is already fenced off. Now there was an old half a ditch, drainage ditch there. You can see no tail drain running up through the bank there, so we've kept that there so we don't cause any problems. We've put a pipe in there, there's a pipe in there, and just like you've seen with my other nuke guys, I'm going to bring my plastic pallets in here, and we're just going to create a nice little pattern in here, and probably, I don't know, I'll be able to winter 40-50 nukes in here quite easily. And you know, the trees here is going to offer great protection for them, but they're going to have the protection right round because of this hedge bank we're going to build once we plant this up. So very, very pleased with how things are looking like here, and I thought I'd share this work with you on the YouTube channel. A little bit of reinstating an ancient oak hedgerow and planting more hedgerows on the farm here and creating nuke yards at the same time. Because that's one thing that doesn't tend to happen that much on farm these days, is people planting new hedgerows, especially like the old way. The old way isn't just double fencing and planting trees in the ground. The old way of doing it, you build hedge banks like that first, and then you plant on top of them. Then you've literally got a permanent hedgerow that's gonna last basically centuries. You know, all this stuff I'm doing here now, all this, you know, this kind of work will surpass me. I'm literally just starting this off, and hopefully for thousands of years, because you've got the Hedgerow Act, you know, this is a new boundary, or, you know, obviously with the oak, that's where the hedgerow used to be. I've just reinstated that. But, you know, making this kind of stuff is new, and we're improving the biodiversity and everything on the farm, all at the same time. Because as beekeepers, we are very much into nature. So that's it for this video. I've got a couple of videos coming out over the next few days. I've got too much videos filmed for a weekly, so we may do 2 videos a week for the next couple of weeks, and then we'll get back onto the weekly videos. Well, that's it. Let me know in the comments, do you think double fencing this hedgerow is a good idea? And do you like my new nuke yard up the back there? Because I don't like keeping nukes with my honey production hives. I like to keep the nuke yard separate, because I seem to do a lot of work on nuke yards, always going through those bees, checking brood frames, making splits, introducing queens. Don't want them mixing up with my old bees. Keep everything fresh and together. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and don't forget, if you like this video and you want to watch more of the same kind of content, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try my best to upload new videos every week. Thanks for watching.